Hello there, this is Mele and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will take a look at different dialog options available in the Power Automate. So for that, you search for a dialog and let's go one by one. Okay, so first is the input dialog. This will ask a user about a specific input. You can store the value in the single line of text. If it's a password input, you can go for a password type, input type, and you can also go for the multi-line of input. So for example, in the input dialog text, let's say provide registration code. That's the dialog title. Or let's put this into the message, and the dialog title is input needed. Default value, if you would like to keep the default value, you can keep it, or you can just leave it blank. And the variable produced is user input button pressed. So instead of a user input, I would like to change it and call it as the reg code. Okay, that's the input. So click on save, click run. It will pop up the dialog. As you can see, input needed, provide the registration code. If I just provide some random number as a registration code, click on OK, the registration code will be stored in the registration code variable. Now let's take a look at the next example. Let's delete this. The next is select the date dialog. Similarly, we will say select date as the dialog title, dialog message. Let's just say that select the start date, or let's just call it as joining date if that's the requirement. Joining date. Dialog type is a single date or a date range. If you would like to give a date range, you can go for it. And prompt for date only or date and time. So depending on your requirement, you can go ahead and do that. For now, let me go ahead and change it back to select date. Prompt for date and time or date only. I'm good with date only since we are really interested in the joining date and not time. Default value, if you have anything, you can set here. Otherwise, it's good. In the variable produce, selected date. Instead of this, I will just call it as the joining date. Click on OK. Form has some errors. Let's see, invalid value. That's because I gave the space, which is not valid. Let me remove this. Click on save, click run, and it will dialog the date selection. There we have it. We can select the date. Let's just say that the joining is on 13th of August. Click on OK, and you will see the joining date is now stored into the joining date variable. You can retrieve the date from here, and that will be the joining date. Let's go and delete this. The next is display selection from the list dialog. List to choose from. So for that, let us first go ahead and create a list. So create a new list. Let's just call it as the countries list. Click on save. Let's go ahead and add the item to the list. Item to the list. Let's go add an item. Let's call it as India into the list. So list is going to be the countries list. Click on save. One more, add an item. Let's go for Australia. Again, list to add into. It's going to be the countries list. And the last one, let's keep it as USA into the list. Variable countries list. Good. Now let's go ahead and go back to our dialog. Display a selection from the list. So dialog title, select country, dialog message, country from the list. List to choose from. Let's go ahead and give a countries list. In the selected item, I'm going to go ahead and say that instead of item, selected country, selected index, let's keep it as it is. Press button would be OK or cancel, and limit to list. If you want, you can also open this up, and what that means is user will be able to add the item into this list, and it will not be restricted only for a selection within this country's list. So for now, let's restrict this. Limit to list, you can say allow empty selection. If you want to keep it, you can turn it on. Allow multiple selection, you can turn it on if you need it. And if you turn this on, you get the additional configuration on preset the items starting with a plus sign. Let's go for a simple single selection for now. Let's click on save, click run. it will dialog the countries list. There we have it. So let's go and select India, click on OK, and you can see the selected country list is India. Let's just change our configuration a little bit. So instead of this, allow empty selection or limit to the list. Let's just remove this. Click on save. Now let's go ahead and click run again. Now you will see that it gives you an option, but at the same time you can also add one more option. So for example, I'm going to say that not Australia but Austria, which is not in the list. Click on OK, and you can see that the new country is actually selected, that was added to the list. So you can use the option like that as well. Next, let's take a look at, let's just remove this. Take a look at the display select file dialog. Here you would like user to pick up the file or the files. So in the dialog title, let's just say that file selector initial folder. If you would like to give any initial folder, you can give that. C drive PAD, that's the initial folder that will open for a user. That's a default folder. File filter, if you would like only a specific files to be displayed, you can do that. For example, star.txt will only show the text files. Okay, so let's keep it for now to show. Allow multiple selections. Yes, I am allowing the multiple selections. So you can see the variable produce changes. It is the selected files. If I deselect it, it's selected file. So let me go and allow the multiple selection, and we are good to go with that. Click on save, click run. It will open the file dialog with the predefined PAD file open. Okay, so you can see the PAD file folder actually opened up, and you will be able to select the other files. So folders are there, but in that you will only have the text file. So let me go and remove that filter of the text file. Let's go and edit. I'll remove the file filter. Let's rerun this, and this time we will see other files into that folder apart from the text. So you see now we don't have only the text file filter. Okay, and then you can actually go ahead and select multiple files. Let me select that, and you will be able to see that in the selected files I have all the file path that I have selected, and then you can use your copy, move, read the content based on your requirement. So that is select file dialog. So let's go and delete this, and the last is select folder dialog. What that means is it will allow you to select a folder, not the files. So let's call it a folder selector. Initial folder, again I'm just going to keep it as C drive PAD, and keep the folder selection dialog always on the top. You can keep it on. Click on save and click run, and it will always give you the option that it is by default selected the PAD file. So the folder selection is C drive PowerShell examples. So this is how you can allow user where the folder is pre-selected if you have a specific requirement like that. So I hope these simple dialog examples help you to understand how do you work with different options available to be presented to the user so that they can respond to the appropriate need. Thank you so much for watching the video.